स्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धे उल्लारविन्दायत पत्र नेत्र येन त्वया भारत तैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्न पारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः ऊर्ध्वा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरनदी कैवर्तक केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानंद माधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रवरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। इति गीता ध्यानम्। ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूप दर्शन नाम एकादशोऽध्यायः। Name of the chapter is Vishwarupa Darshan. We have studied up verse number 19. We will study from verse number 20 today. This is, reiterate, 7 and 9 talk about Ishvara as Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam, non-separate, intelligent and material cause of creation. Being intelligent and the material cause, the intelligent cause is called Chaitanyam. The material cause is called Maya, Prakriti. And Srishti being a combination of both, you will find Chaitanyam and Prakriti there. In all living forms, you will find Chaitanyam in the form of life. The expression of life is Ishvara's Chaitanya Swarupa. In non-living beings, Ishvara's intelligent cause, the Chaitanyam, is available as existence. It is. This is. This is. It is in the form of existence. This does not exist independently. It borrows its existence from Ishvara's Chaitanya Swarupam. So this is the, in non-material things, Ishvara is present as existence, and in all living forms, including plants, to the highest forms of life, Ishvara is present as life form. This is the Chaitanya. This understanding must be clear. Only then 11 will work. Why 11 Gita will work? Otherwise, it will remain some academic, some information in the corner of your mind. And you can write fancy quotes in all those social media networks. Doesn't get you anywhere. Okay. And the material cause the upadana karana, prakriti, is available to you as things that you can see. Drishta prapancha. It also includes adrishta prapancha. Swargaloka you have never seen, but that also includes. That's adrishta. So you have drishta prapancha. You see, now this has an existence. It also has a material. Okay, existence come material. Satyam and Prakriti. Nimitta Karanam is existence. Upadana Karanam is material. Together is Srishti. Like that it is everywhere. Now having appreciated Srishti in the form of Upadana Karanam, and then the product is called Karyam. How far is the Karyam from the Karanam? In fact, there cannot be a Karyam without a Karanam. There cannot be an effect without a cause. So where is steel or metal in this? It inheres in the whole product. Where is paper in this? It inheres in the whole product. Where is cotton in this? It inheres in the whole product. Where is Ishvara in this Srishti? He inheres in all this as Nimittak, as Upadana Karanam. That was what 7 and 9 told you. Ishvara is now here in the form of, that is NO. Somebody said nowhere. You just draw a line after NOW. He is now here in the form of Upadana Karanam. Whatever you see is only Ishvara. Ishavasya Upanishad says, whatever you see, Ishavasya Midam Sarvam Yat Kinchat Jagatyam Jagat. What you see is only the material cause. Drishta Prapancha. What you insightfully see is Ishvara's intelligent cause. The intelligent cause, the Nimitta Karanam, is seen insightfully. The Upadana Karanam in the Drishta Prapancha is seen Pratyaksha. This is how you relate to Ishvara. And this is not a belief system. This is truth, reality. So 7 and 9, this was taught. Then Arjuna said, show me some glorious things out of your Srishti. So out of all the Karyam, he showed the glorious. Now Arjuna says, can I see the total Karyam? Can I see the total? Arjuna, Krishna says, you're asking for trouble. You're trying to bite more than what you can chew. Remember what you asked for. Be careful about what you ask for. Because who is in front of you? Krishna is a yoga acharya. He is no ordinary teacher. He is Yogeshwara. So Yogeshwara can spin a web of Srishti. Mahayogi. Remember Dakshinamurti chanted, we chanted, no? Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam tang nirvikalpam punaha. He said, no? Maya viva vijrimbayat yati. He can spin a web and show you everything. He is Yogeshwara. And when you look at chapter 11 and chapter 11, suspend for the time being. Only for chapter 11, suspend this not logical thinking, not your scientific thinking. Trying to look at everything to a Western prism. How can it be possible? Don't look at it from Western prism. Don't go Occidental. Become Oriental. Orient yourself to the Oriental. Look at it with Shraddha. Look at it with Bhakti. Then Ishvara reveals himself to you. Instead of the question, how can Ishvara be here? Ask the question, where is Ishvara? Somebody said, where do you see Ishvara? This other Bhakta said, where don't you see Ishvara? Where do you see cotton here? He says, where don't I see cotton? So we just need a paradigm shift and an attitude change. And the attitude change is indicated in the form of Divya Chakshu Dadami. I am giving you a Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu is an insightful, an insight. It's not insightful, it is insight. An attitude change which makes you look at things differently. You just don't look at just the outer portion. You look at the beauty of the whole thing, of the total thing, of the total. They say, I once met a what do you call it? A cardiologist, a surgeon who does cardiovascular surgery. And he is a master of mitral valve replacement. I spoke to him. And then he described, at that time I had not studied this chapter. When he described the whole process, and later on when I studied Swami Dayanandaji's works, like I study only into his works, when I study his and his students' works, when I study his works, his lectures, his notes, Swami used to say, Ishwara's order. Ishwara manifests himself as order. So when he described, imagine there is a heart functioning. It is cut open. The ribs are fractured, the heart exposed. You take the heart out and you connect the system to a lung machine, an artificial machine, which will take care. This heart is removed. Then whatever thing is to be done, put back, and an electric shock given, the whole thing starts. Ishwara Srishti there. Nothing other than Srishti. And Ishwara manifests himself as the law. And the surgeon who does the whole thing, he looks at the whole thing with awe. And when the entire Srishti is revealed to Arjuna, he looks at the whole thing with awe. Awe-struck. Vismaya Vishtaha. That's how he looks. Let's look at verse number 20. What does Arjuna say in verse number 20? So this is in Trishtuk Chanda meter, so the chanting will be in a slightly different way. Dhya va pritibhyoradimantaram hi vyaptam tyaikena dishascha sarvaha drishtvaadbhutam rupamugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatman. Okay, once more. Dhya va pritibhyor adirant dhya va pritibhyor adimantaram hi vyaptam tvaikena dishascha sarvaha drishtvaadbhutam rupamugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyatitam mahatman. We look at the prose one. Idam antaram. Antaram means space. They say in Tamil, Andarathil Dongaram. It is antaram. In Tamil, it will become andaram. Because in Tamil, we don't have ta, tha, da. We have one ta. It is to be fixed for everything. The beauty of Tamil is the Tamilian knows where ta is to be fixed where. Okay, he fixes the tata. He doesn't call him dada. So he fixes correctly. So, idam antaram. Dhyava prithivyoho. Prithvi Java, between this, the space between the sky and the Prithvi. Okay. Prithivyoho cha sarva dishaha. All around sarva dishaha. What are the dishas? 8 directions. 4 main, 4 auxiliary, up, down, 10 directions. Okay. So, cha sarva dishaha. Hi vyaptam, you pervade. Where is space? Everywhere. In fact, you can't say space is everywhere. We have to say, where is space not there? So if space itself is in Ishvara, where is Ishvara? Ishvara manifests as space. Don't look for Ishvara in space. Don't look for Ishvara out of space. That's ridiculous. Lives in heaven. I don't want to get into all this. Somebody has created something and he has created an organization, a belief system, a theology, an organization. If you don't accept, they'll kill you. Let's not waste time. There is space. Ishvara manifests himself as space. So Arjuna, an enlightened student here, he said, I am able to appreciate the fact that you have manifest as space. You are now relating to Ishvara. Yava pratibhi vyaptam tvaya ekena. You, by you alone, you have pervaded by yourself. It is not that somebody else has pervaded the whole thing. You have manifested as space. In space is everything. You have pervaded everything by yourself, all by yourself. That's why it's called Mahatman. Last word, Mahatman. And Tvaya Ekena, you alone. Drishtva, having seen. Itam Adbhutam, this wonderful. Now comes the punch. Ugram Rupam. We are looking at whole Srishti. Srishti is material, and material has the flip side as well. Okay, let's go back 20 years. December 26, 2004. In Chennai, there's a lighthouse. So somebody was doing routine duty on top. And those days we didn't have the popular cameras and things like that. There were cameras, very primitive cameras. So he was doing duty there. Suddenly he looked into the sea. He saw a phenomenon he has never seen before. A white straight line. To as far as he can see, right into the horizon. A white straight line in the sea approaching. He says, wow, what a phenomenon. And he kept watching. As it neared the shore, normally waves rise, fall, rise, fall, rise, fall. This is how waves move. This white line, which looked as a ripple from a distance, was increasing in size and speed. It never showed any signs of breaking. It came and hit the shore with a force, and the wave height went to about 4, 5, 6 meters. And the, the splash, the floors, washed everything out of the beach and washed it onto the road. So after an hour, I walked, I went by bike through that road. I found a couple of huge cars lying on the, on top of the compound of the Queen Mary's College there. So from a distance, Adbhutam, awestruck, awesome. When it comes and hits the shore, the damage is awful. Ugram Rupam. So Srishti manifested itself as two forms. The Saumya Rupa, the Ugra Rupa. So when I look at the whole Srishti, what happens? Idam Adbhutam. On the one side, I'm able to see awesome. On the other side, I'm able to see, oh my God, horrifying. Go into YouTube and perhaps see all those tsunamis and natural disasters happening, typhoons and what do they call it, tornadoes, twister, they call it in the US. You see all of them. It's nice to see them in movies. When you experience one of them, your house gets blown apart by one of them. Awful, horrifying, Ugra Rupam. Okay. Lokatrayam. All the three worlds, Uloka, Swargaloka, Patalala, all the three lokas, okay, Pravyatitam are frightened, O Mahatman. The Ugra Rupam is frightening. I have never been a witness to this. I've only heard. If you have been a witness, different thing. But if you have not been a witness, that is also something. There's here, I have my cousin here who is from Kashi. The river flows comfortably in the winter months. Then comes summer, and after summer, the ice melts in the glaciers, and the river goes up in height. And if you go to Ganga to have a bath there, they would have written danger mark. That means from where you are, it's about 30-40 feet. Water has risen to that level. Saumya Rupa Ganga, and when she is in spate, Ugra Rupa Ganga. Long ago, more than 20 years ago, 20, 25 or even longer, there was a team from Kolkata and also from Bombay and many other. There was a famous person also who went on a yatra to up the hills of the Himalayas. They were camping at a base. They heard thunder, something like thunder. Next morning, the avalanche had buried all of them. The person who survived the avalanche, and he says, he was stuck dumb. He couldn't speak again. He says, I heard a noise. I looked up. That's what he scribbled or he tried to spell. I don't know. Maybe or it's poetic expression. He said, I looked up. I had a feeling that the hill was walking towards me. Not that the mount, that ice mount was walking towards me. Ugra Rupam. And when you see the Ugra Rupam, you are frightened. Why are you frightened? Because you see yourself separate from Srishti and seeing yourself as an inadequate, insignificant, small person in front of the total. People who have gone to the West, to the USA, have you seen the Niagara Falls? Yeah, when you hear the noise, something happens. You are awestruck. At the same time, you also feel, there's a fear. What if I fall? Maybe, you don't know whether you will fall down. But what if? What if? It's amazing on one side. It can also be horrifying on the other side. The Srishti has two sides. Bring it closer to your life. Ishvara present in the system as Chaitanyam, the life. As material cause, the system, body, mind, senses, everything is Ishvara's material cause. Wonder, my God, wonder. When you are young and when you are, what do you call, Prince Charming or whoever, so attractive, so strikingly handsome, but paschat jivati jarjara dehe, the same body becomes that of Grina. Grina, the same body which you built your 6 packs and how many packs? 16 packs or whatever packs. Now you can't even hold 1 pack in your hand. Forget about holding it in your body. The same Srishti which gave you so much joy at one point of time can also be an object of pain. It only says it needs maturity to handle Ishvara Srishti. The awesome is also Ishvara Srishti, Ishvara's order. The awful, horrifying is also Ishvara Srishti, Ishvara's order. That's what is being highlighted. Let's look at verse number 21. Amihitvam surasanga vishanti kechit bhita pranjalayo guna grinanti swastitya yuktva maharshi siddha sangha stunvantitvam stutibhi pushkalabhi. Once more. Amihitvam surasanga vishanti kechit bhita pranjalayo grinanti swasti yuktva maharshi siddha sangha sunnanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhi. Okay. Now let's look at the word meaning. I found an Anvaya Gita where I could give you these word meanings. First, if you understand the word meaning, it reveals itself to you, and then we can understand the purport and the import better. It helps me refer to the Bhashya more easily. Ami Surasangaha. Ami means this. This Sura Sangha. So you have Sura, you have Asura. The general translation for all is God. But Suras are not gods, really. They are an order of order of beings which have certain extraordinary powers, more power than you and I have. Okay? More power than you and I have. They can perhaps fly in the air. They can disappear and come through or some other place. They can change forms and things like that. So Sura, Ami Hitvam Sura Sangha Vishanti. Ami Sura Sangha Vishanti Tvam. They are entering you. There is a huge Srishti there. There is Krishna's body. Sura Sanghas are entering the body. They are entering the body. Vishanti Tvam. He Kechit some people, S-Y-M, some. Bhita Grinanti. So Sura Sanghas are entering prayerfully. Kechit, some people are entering fearfully. Then you go to one of those huge parks, and then there are various types of, dark chamber, this chamber, that chamber. The parent, puts a child in his, lap, and he's looking at all this, he's saying gleefully. The child is scared. Something is flying across, something is jumping across. So the mature ones are entering with a certain mature frame of mind. Kechit, some people, Kechit bhita are scared. Grinanti, pray, pranjalayaha, they are praying. You come across something terrifying. Let's take an experience. There was a party which went to Tirupati for a family. Yeah, their son was about a year old and they wanted to get that first Mundan done in Tirupati. And they hired a car from Chennai. They started in the afternoon. Towards evening, they reached. As they approached the hill, it was cloudy and it started raining heavily. Visibility was zero. What happened? This batch, which was otherwise chatting, having fun with idlis and vadas, when it started raining, Pranjalya Kirananti, Venkatramana, please take us safely up there. This is what happens to you and me. When the Vishwarupa is revealed to you, the mature ones are able to see, oh my God, so beautiful. The not so mature ones, to use the word immature is not right. It's not immature. I would say this person lacks the space inside. He is enmeshed into the role. He is not able to neighborize the feelings and he is not able to look at the whole thing objectively, therefore frightened. If you are able to look at the whole thing objectively, you are not frightened. It's called neighborizing. See, the neighbor has a problem. You are so objective about it. The neighbor suddenly knocks at your door and says, I am calling my karta, spouse, and he is not responding. But he will get, no, normally he responds. It was responding at 4 o'clock. He said he is on the way. But now it is 9:30 and his phone is coming as switched off. You're so, what do you call, mature. So don't worry, ma. Don't worry, we'll wait for some time. We will call the police. Why don't you try and call his friends? Why don't you try and call his office? Why don't you try and call his colleague who usually comes with him? Who knows, battery would have run out, charge would have run out. Somebody would have, maybe he would have lost it somewhere and maybe he's searching for it. Then you even become even more. In a worst case scenario, we will go to the police. We can even track the last used space and start our, how wise you are. Whereas, then look at the neighbor's problem. Ayo, what happened? I don't know. Ayo, what happened? I don't know. So the person who, the Sura Sangha have the space inside, are possibly able to objectify Ishvara, but there are some who have not been able to objectify. They are seeing themselves isolated and the fear is compounded. There is fear. And when there is fear, what do? Yeah? Hey Bhagwan, Raksha Karo, Bhagwan. Hey Bhagwan, Raksha Karo, Bhagwan. Okay. All the cockiness disappears. So Pranjalaiha Uktva. Okay? Uktva. What do they say? Having said, what do they say? Iti swasti. They pray. Oh, let everything end properly. Let everything end properly. May there be peace. May there be peace. Uktva. And who are the others who are there in the group? There are a lot of others there. They are Maharshi Siddha Sangha. Their Maharshis are there. That is, you are looking at a whole Srishti, Ishvara, revealing himself. Sorry. In the Srishti, Ishvara is revealing everything in him. So you see people entering. All life forms are entering into Ishvara. Siddhas are entering. Maharshis are entering. Yeah. Maharshis are entering. Siddhas are entering. Maharshis are scholars. A rishi means someone who has a certain vision. He is a rishi. So Isaac Newton is a rishi. He has a vision. He has the vision of gravity. Rishi. Rishi means he has a vision. So Maharishi. Maharishi is one who has a vision of the whole Srishti, who knows how the whole Srishti works, who has a vision of Ishvara, who has a vision of himself. He is a Maharishi. Siddhas are people who have special powers. Like they can fly, they can grow in size, they can become small in size, they can become invisible. All these things can happen. They are Siddhas. So Maharshis, Siddha Sangha, all these groups are Tunmantistvam. They are singing your glory. Pushkala bihi stutabihi. Pushkala means with complete hymns. Complete, like a bouquet. A bouquet of hymns. They are chanting hymns. They are glorifying. So in Ishvara Srishti, in this totality, in this total Ishvara Srishti, what is Arjuna saying? Arjuna is saying Sura Sangha. Then he is seeing among some, he is seeing people who are fearful. And he is seeing the fearful people praying, oh God, let everything end properly. Let everything end properly. Okay, these fearful people are there everywhere. Okay, 1 wicket to fall, 2 runs to win, 2 balls to go. What has happened? Everybody needs side. They say, hey, Bhagwan, don't give me food, but let India win. It happened to you. So fearful. Fearful that you may face the unpleasant. Okay? So Pranjalaya with hands hands folded like this. This is called Pranjali. These are the names, meaning one whose hands are together in prayer, praying for peace. That's the beauty of India. We never shake hands. We say Namaste, Pranjalya. So we are only praying. I see Atman in you. Somebody told me Atman Naman, the Naman. That I actually salute myself in you. I see myself in you. I see my Atma Swarup in you. So this is the Pranjalya and praying for peace. Then Maharshis are there. Siddha Sangha are there. What do? Stunvanti. They glorify you. Pushkalabihi. Stutibihi. With glorious, with a bouquet of hymns, they are praying unto you. They are glorifying you. Here the stuti means glorifying. He is not in giving me. It is you. You are this. You are this. You are this. Okay. Have you in Vishnu Sahasranama there is no Bhuv Padav Yasya Nabhi. Okay. Bhu is ground. Bhu Padav. Bhu Padav. Between what is that? What is there? Yasya Nabhi. His middle is between this. You can't see his head. You can't see his foot. Hoof, Padav, Yasya Nabhi. That Nabhi, you see, all forms of life, everything is entering into it. Some are frightened and some do stuti. Some are looking at it in wonder. That's what this word stands for. Let's look at verse number 22. Who are all the people queued up there, entering in, out, and things like that? The details are given. Udraditya Vasavo Ye cha sadhyaah. Udraditya Vasavo Ye cha sadhyaah. Vishveshvinau Marutas Joshmapascha. Vishveshvinau Maruta Joshmapascha. Gandharva Yaksha Sura Siddha Sangha. Gandharva Yaksha Sura Siddha Sangha. What's the next word? Yeah. Vikshante Tvam Vismat Jaiva Sarve. Whole verse. Rudraditya Vasavo Yecha Sadhyaah. Vishveshvinau Maruta Soshmapascha. Gandharva Yaksha Sura Siddha Sangha. Vikshante Tvam Vismitas Jaiva Sarve. Let's look at the word. Rudraha. There are 11 Rudras. Rudras are an order of beings. Okay. Like these are the basic order of beings. So the next few are the basic order. These have to be there. Rudra, you can call it the energy or whatever. Rudra. There are 11 Rudras. Aditya. There are 12 Adityas. So 11 Rudra, 12 Aditya. Vasuhu, 8 directions. Vasava. So Vasu is singular. Vasava, plural. So Rudra, Aditya, Vasavaha. Okay. Sadhya. Sadhya is an order of being. Okay, there are many other Sadhya, the order of being. They say, order of, it is an order of being. It says, order of beings which give you food and things. Order of being. Then there is an innumerable order of beings who are Devata like. Okay, they are called Vishwe Deva. They are like deities which are represented in every phenomenon. There is a doorway Devata. There is a kitchen Devata. There is a Devata for your rice. There is a for your cereals. There is the Devata for your dal. Devata which makes milk curdle. Another Devata which makes milk become curd. Two Devatas. That which curdles the milk does not do curd. So all these orders, all these laws are looked upon as Vaidika Parampara as Devas because they are representation of Ishvara's order. And Ishvara is not different from these orders. Vishvedeva, innumerable Vishvedevata. Ashwinav. Ashwinav, the principle always twin, in breath, out breath. So whatever goes together is Ashwina, Ashwinav. There are 49 Marutas, various type of beasts. Don't ask me whether you have seen 49. I read the Shastra. I have no need to doubt them. You say, no, there are only 48. Take it if you want. So, put together, you have 11 Rudras, then 12 Aditya, then 8 Vasus, count, 11, 12, how much? 23 plus 8, 31, Ashwinav 33, 33 basic principles of Srishti, 49 Maruta, 82, multiply by so many crores. They say, 84 lakh beings, orders, 84 lakh yonis, all mixture of these. So then what else are there? Ushmapaha. Ushmapaha are your ancestors, Pitris, the dead and gone ancestors. We won't call them dead, we'll call them Pitri. They are also there. And where do you see them? Okay. Then what else do you see? You see Gandharvas. Gandharvas are refined beings, who have more refinement, who have enjoy music. And occasionally you also become a Gandharva when you enjoy some great music. Now, when you go into that refined level of enjoyment where you knock off your duality, you are a Gandharva. So, Gandharvas, Yaksha. Yaksha are more aggressive order of beings. You will call them people and things. Yaksha. Yaksha is an order of being. Like, for instance, see, the one MP was going somewhere. Another person came and slapped. That person is called a Yaksha. Okay, politics. Yaksha. Why? Some argument. Yaksha. Yaksha is a fellow who will bite you, hit you for no reason. And then he will have some funny reason for Yaksha. Okay. Sura, Siddha. Sangha is not separate. So you have groups of Gandharva, then Gandharva, Yaksha, all these people are together. Gandharva, Asura, Gandharva, Yaksha, Asura, Siddha. All people are moving as groups. Into what? Into Ishvara's whole Srishti that you're able to see there. Into Ishvara's Srishti. All of them are moving. Sarvecha eva vikshante tvam. They are looking at you. Vismitaha, with wonder. They are looking at you with wonder. So now look at these verses from 17 to 22. In particular, Arjuna asked for a total vision. He said, let me see everything in you, for which you needed Divya Chakshu. You needed a certain attitude, an attitudinal change inside which will help you look at Srishti. So far, Srishti has been, what is Srishti for me? Things, objects, people. What else is there? Vishaya, people. And with this Vishaya and people are total Srishti. From this Vishaya and people, I form my Vishaya, my people, and me. So out of the total bundle of Vishaya and people, Srishti together, I have taken out my people and my Vishaya and me. It is called Ahankara Mamakara. I have not spared even the gods. There are my Devata. I picked up my Devata. Some fellow says my Devata is the last and latest and you are Devatas. If you follow, I will kill you. No, my Devata. My Devata. My values. My beliefs. My us. I am somebody the real me never got. I could never, the never real me could not come out at all. These are expressions people use, educated people. I was speaking to somebody who talked about life goals and things like that. The real me never came out. I said, the real me, what do you want the real me to come? Come join Vedanta class. No, no, that's not the real me. Rather than go search. Go search for the real me. So there is a total. Out of the total, I have carved out my srishti and enclosed myself with certain walls. And I live there peacefully. Or as though peacefully. That's what I thought. Some challenges in the outside world brought cracks into the walls. This is Arjuna, and not different from you. Some cracks appeared in the wall. It made me question my own cocoon. It made me question my own cocoon. And when I questioned my cocoon, I didn't get answers. Lucky for some, we were led to Vedanta. If you have been led to Vedanta, understand your struggle is coming to an end. If you are led away from Vedanta, understand your struggle, you have not even started struggling. Your struggles will come now. Okay? So when you are led towards Vedanta, what is all this? Is there an answer? What am I really searching for? If that questioning comes, it's called you are being led towards Vedanta, led towards answers. And when the cracks appear in the wall and you look through the walls, okay, you are having only a keyhole look. What's outside scares you because you only have one narrow hole through which you are looking at the world. Arjuna wanted the walls knocked down. Knocking down the walls in one stroke is also pretty risky. Remember, all of us, without exception, want to be. Any living organism wants to be. Want to be means there's an instinct for survival. And when I see something which threatens my survival, I am scared. So, I am living in a safe cocoon. And when the cocoon cracks and I look at something vast, I am scared. My tail goes between my legs. I am literally scared. That's what is happening. Arjun. He was looking at Krishna as somebody driving his car. And then he discovered Krishna as a teacher. When he said, Krishna, hey, you're much more than a teacher. You are no ordinary soul. Show it to me. And when Krishna revealed himself, this fellow feels left out of the Srishti and he's plain scared. First, when the glory is being revealed to you, you are wonderstruck. Vismaya Vishta. But when you look at the Srishti as a whole, when you look at the unpleasant side of it, unpleasant from your eye, the frightening part of it. What is the frightening part of it? You are little, you can be extinguished. Fear of death dominates. When you see something huge, horrified, because you are afraid, your sense of being is threatened. That's what is happening to Arjuna. Arjuna as a prototype, you and me. When you confront Vedanta, you don't confront Vedanta. Okay, first of all, let's get these words very clear. You don't confront Vedanta. When you approach Vedanta, and Vedanta comes and tells you, Isa Vashyamidam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatyam Jagat, you are scared out of your wits. Hey, what is this? My house, my this, that, and nobody? It's not worth anything. Anatma, asat. It has a beautiful Tamil word, asat. Asat. Does not have sukha lesha. It cannot give you even the least bit of happiness. It cannot give you permanent peace, security, happiness. Scares the daylights out of you. When you listen to Vedanta, you are whole. Ah, my God, I have found it. Your house is asat. Your body asat. Your relationships asat. Anatma. Oh my God, what did I let myself into? Vismaya Vishtaha gives also fear. It is at this point that Krishna leads you to through the Vishwarupa Darshan. We will see more. It's a fairly big chapter. We will see more as we स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीम् देशोऽयं शोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय, सब संतों की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, बजरंग बली की जय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। We will meet again next week for further verses of this chapter. Morning, anyone who has the time and who has inclination can join us for meditation 5 days a week, 6:30. Oh, have a wonderful day. Wonderful. Jai.